Hi guys, it's Ray here from City Fan TV, and as you can see, we've got Jude Morris-King in the house today. How you doing, Jude?
Hi, yeah, I'm really good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm all right. It's nice and sunny. I hope it's sunny in Manchester too. I've got to tell you a little bit about Jude. She is a massive Manchester City women's team fan. She follows the team everywhere, I'm led to believe, and she's also a big Lioness fan. And the Lionesses are obviously the England women's team, and she follows them all over the place. And today we're here to talk about, well, initially this morning it was to talk about the 9 Manchester City players that were included in the 30 women training squad announced today. Subsequently, we've got a 10th in that, and we might get an 11th later in the week. But let's start off talking about the 9 that were included this morning. And my eyes popped out. I mean, 9 players in a squad, even though the squad is a 30-person squad, it's still a heck of a lot of players.
It is, yeah, and we haven't had 9 probably in the England squad for a couple of seasons, maybe around the 2016, 2017 season. We were quite consistently getting around that number, but obviously players come and go. So it's great to see 9, 10 up there now. And I think what's good is that Phil Neville has really gone for youth as well. I mean, he's clearly looking forward for next gen. The Olympics next year as well. So, I mean, from the squad, we've got Ellie Roebuck in nets. I mean, she's had a blinding season for City last season, won the Golden Glove. Steph Houghton, England City captain. What can you say? You can't say anything more about that. Captain Marvel. Demi Stokes, very solid and left back. Esme Morgan. She's had her first senior England call-up, which is fantastic. So congratulations to Esme. Big City fan as well. So that's great. Jill Scott, the absolute engine room in the midfield for a very long time. So a very talented player. Kira Walsh, centre mid, real playmaker. She pulls the strings. She's the puppet master. Georgia Stanway, she'll score from outside the box. She'll score from wherever she can. So again, youth there. Chloe Kelly, one of our new signings, came across from Everton, had a great season with Everton last season as well. So it's great to see her in Sky Blue now, and looking forward to seeing her deliver for City. And Ellen White, another goal machine. She got the bronze. Yeah, the bronze. She was awarded anyway at the World Cup. I can't remember which one now. For one of the top scorers as well. So, and then Lucy Bronze makes it number 10.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we will talk. I'm going to talk with Audrey about Lucy Bronze later on this evening. And City fans all over the place are really excited about Lucy Bronze coming. And obviously, we can go into it, but won't go into too much detail about Lucy. But obviously, she's another England regular, 3-time winner of the Champions League with Lyon. And it's fabulous having her back, but it's also fabulous having another wonderful player for England at City.
Absolutely, and you can only think this can only do good things for England as well, because a lot of the players are used to playing with each other. And I think looking at some of the youth as well, call outs people like Ellie and certainly Esme and Georgia. They were in the under-20 World Cup women's squad who won the bronze medal. So they've got that experience in tournaments at the junior age. You're seeing them transition regular first-team football for their club. They're now starting to get all the call-ups for the senior squad as well. So you can just see that it's really starting to build. And I think that with a lot of these young players as well, there's some of them have come across to City. So Lauren Hemp, unfortunately, she's injured. Otherwise, I think she would have been in the squad as well. But a lot of these young players are coming in. They're getting, top-notch facilities at the academy, and you're seeing them move into the senior squad. So, City are really supportive of building the next generation of players for this country as well.
Yeah, I saw Esme on Twitter. She was absolutely buzzing. You could feel the excitement and the pride in her tweets. I mean, the other players obviously there. Some of them are more used to it, and they're happy. They're still happy and proud and everything else. But Esme, for her first senior call-up, it must be an amazing feeling.
I guess you can't even imagine what it must feel like. She must be absolutely buzzing. I think having that year on loan last year to Everton, where she was getting regular first team football, has really brought her on. Willie Kirk, the manager at Everton, he's a really good established manager as well. And we've had people like Lauren Hemp and came from under Willie Kirk, and also Claire Emsley as well a couple of seasons ago. So, he's doing everything that City are doing as well, and it's only a good thing for the WSL and for the country.
Yeah, and obviously there's a prospect of getting another player, another English player, Alex Greenwood, and if Lauren Hemp comes back, we'll have 12 players. If Lauren was fit, she would undoubtedly be in that squad. But I mean, she's far too good not to make into a squad of 30, and we could have had 12 players. It sounds incredible, and for me, it blows my mind that City have got a collection of top-class players. Not just top-class players, but top-class English players. I mean, how much of a difference does that make to you to have local players and English players playing for City?
It's great. I mean, obviously, it draws fans in as well, because a bit different really to men's football. You'll get people going, I'm a fan of Steph Houghton, or I'm a fan of Ellen White. And they want to come and see the top stars play. So if anything, it helps build a little bit of attendance. If they then start to follow City more, then great. Welcome, come along. I think the other thing on the flip side to be mindful of is if you do have a large percentage of your squad travelling for country and you're an international, could tiredness come in if you've been doing long haul? We've seen that in previous seasons, perhaps when they've come back from the Sheba Cup in the US and then having to play the Conti Cup final pretty much straight after. Unfortunately, we didn't win. You could see that the team were quite fatigued as well. So I think it's trying to get that balance right. So hopefully Gareth Taylor will be working with Sarah Wiegman, if I'm pronounced, I think that's how you pronounce it, in the future. Obviously Phil Neville for now, because it's great, but club still has to be an important factor here as well.
And finally, that is a really important point you made. And I think we're fortunate, and we've got that foresight as well, that we haven't just got English players. We have got players, like the two Americans that are coming in, and we seem to have a massive depth in our squad now. Suddenly, with these 4 additions that are definite, Alex Greenwood hopefully coming in. We've lost a couple of talented players in Pauline Bremer and Tessa Woolart, but we've got 5 new. And when you look at them, you think, well, I can't see a reason why each of those 5 isn't a first-team player. And that kind of pushes the previous first-team players, I wouldn't say onto the sidelines, but they've got to really step up. So we've got strength in depth now. We've got potentially, if Alex Greenwood comes, we'll have Demi Stokes and Alex Greenwood fighting for that spot. And it can only be good for the team.
Exactly. That's what you want. You want to have 2 players for each position. We're fighting for the league, we're fighting for the Champions League, we're fighting for the League Cups, or the Conti Cup. We've still got last season's FA Cup to finish, and then we start this season's FA Cup as well. So, there's 5 trophies up for grabs there. So you need that depth of squad, which we have that now. We really have to kick on and go. We want to win the league again. If you talk to most fans, then they'll say, yeah, we want the WSL. Who doesn't love a trip to Wembley, with fans, hopefully. And the Champions League, we need a better run in the Champions League as well. After the last couple of seasons, hopefully we can avoid Atletico Madrid this year. But it's really exciting, very exciting times.
I did say last question, but since I got you, I've got 2 more if I can remember them very quickly. FA Cup, it is a shame that there's only 1 game in the quarterfinals that's on the telly. It's a big time for women's football right now. A lot of people are interested. I've talked to fans from other clubs, and this is their first season of supporting women's football. Do you think that's a missed opportunity?
Absolutely. So, but what we also have to remember is last season was the first year they showed the semi-finals of the FA Cup on the telly. So the fact that we're getting one of the quarterfinals is progress, I guess. Hopefully they'll show the rest of them on the FA Player. They haven't announced it yet. So at least with the FA Player, it's streaming, it's free, so you can get to see, certainly from the league, you can see all the games. But yeah, I'd love to have seen more actually on mainstream telly. But yeah, hopefully we can still get to watch through the FA Player.
And that last question is going to be about Europe, because you mentioned obviously we want to make strides in Europe, and in the last couple of seasons we've I wouldn't say let ourselves down, but we've not done as well as we would have hoped or expected to do. So what do you think of our chances? I'm not asking to win it, because Lyon are a formidable opponent. They've won it the last 5 years. Wolfsburg look like they're coming through as well. The finalists in the Champions League this season. What would you call as progress this season for Man City in the Champions League?
Well, we got knocked out in the last 16 last year, so we definitely need to kick on from that. There's absolutely no reason why we can't reach the semi-final, and then what happens from there happens from there. I think what people don't always realise, Atletico Madrid is a top team in Spain. They from the women's game consistently they've been better than Barcelona. But Barcelona are just sort of they're back up. They're up there now. Obviously, Real Madrid, they've got a women's team under the Real Madrid name from this season as well. So, with the coefficients and the way that the women's draw happens, it was Atletico Madrid. They hadn't been in the Champions League that long, so they were in the bottom half of the draw, and we're in the top half of the draw, and it's just happens that we've pulled them. So, hopefully they'll be a bit higher up, and we don't get them at the beginning of this season. But I'm really excited for the season coming up. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be knocking on the door semi-finals. But you're right. Lyon, Wolfsburg, Barca, Bayern, Atletico. They're top teams, and you can throw in the likes of Chelsea into the mix as well. They've made the semi-final. We've made the semi-final twice, lost out to Lyon twice. Arsenal made it to the quarterfinals. This year was different because some teams had been playing, some teams the seasons had finished. So the Arsenal team hadn't been playing sort of competitive football, whereas the German teams and the French teams had been. So you probably can't look at it too much this year, but certainly for this season, it's going to be really exciting when the first draw comes out.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic, Jude, to hear from you today. As I said, it's a really exciting day for Manchester City fans. I did a live stream a little bit earlier. A lot of excited fans who usually would follow the men's team, but they're really interested now. And I think I thought last season was going to be the breakthrough season, and it just feels that this season is going to carry on that momentum. And as I said, it's really exciting. 9, 10, 11, 12 players in the England team, going forward. That's going to be brilliant. And obviously, so much to look forward to this season. I've got to say a massive thank you. Hopefully, we'll have you on a few times in the season if we can, with your busy schedule. Hopefully, you'll be back watching games again very, very soon.
I hope so. We've really missed it. Yeah, happy to help and come on for a chat anytime.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much. And guys, please follow the channel. Jenny's doing her videos every game, previews for games with opposition fans, and her reaction after the game. And we've got lots of other stuff this year. It's going to be a big year for this channel in talking about women's football, because that's the future. Don't say it too loud, but it is the future.
No, say it loud. It is the future.
Thanks so much for coming on today, Jude.
No, you're welcome, Ray.